day, grade 11. For today's session, the most essential learning competency that we will tackle is how to write the standard form of an equation of a circle. And for our specific objectives, at the end of the session, the students are expected to first transform the general equation of a circle into standard form. And number two, be able to determine the center and the radius of the circle. So before we start with our discussion, let us first have a review on the definition of a circle. What is a circle? A circle is a set of all points in the plane that are equidistant from a fixed point called the center of the circle. In our previous discussion also, we have derived the standard form of the equation of a circle, which is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. This is the standard form of an equation of a circle. Consider again the standard form of an equation of a circle, x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. Since we are after of the general form of an equation of a circle, let's try to expand each binomial. So we will have x squared minus 2hx plus h squared. Then the square of y minus k, that is y squared minus 2ky plus k squared equals r squared. Then let's try to rearrange the terms in this equation. We will have x squared plus y squared minus 2hx minus 2ky, then the constant h squared plus k squared minus r squared equals 0. And then let's try to rewrite this equation into x squared plus y squared plus negative 2hx plus negative 2ky. Then let's group the constants, plus h squared plus k squared minus r squared equals 0. Then if we are going to denote negative 2h as d and negative 2k as e and h squared plus k squared minus r squared as f, then the equation that will be formed is the general form of the equation of a circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. So this is the general form of the equation of the circle. Let us now proceed to our examples. Again, we are tasked to transform each of this equation to standard form and be able to identify the center and the radius of these circles. So let's have example number 1. The given is x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 9y equals 6. Sa pag-transform guys, sa pag-express this one to standard form, first is make sure that the numerical coefficient of x squared and y squared is equal to 1. Okay? So since equal to 1 naman yung numerical coefficients niya, we can proceed to our method. The first method that we will be discussing is using the completing the square method. Okay, so paano ba yun gawin? First is, okay, combine the terms with variable x and the terms having variable y. We will have x squared plus 8x. Let's group them. Then plus y squared minus 9y equals 6. And then we are going to group this for the purpose of becoming this a perfect squared trinomial. Gagawin natin itong perfect squared trinomial. So what are we going to add to x squared plus 8x to make this a perfect squared trinomial? Okay, so we are going to divide the coefficient of x by 2, then square it. So it's 8 divided by 2, 4 squared is 16. Then for y squared minus 9y, what are we going to add in here? So that's 9, negative 9 divided by 2. Quantity squared is 81 over 4. Then whatever you've added on the left-hand side of the equation, the same numbers must also be added to the other side of the equation. So you'll have 6 plus 16 plus 81 over 4. Okay, and then factor. What are the factors of this? So, square root nito is x. Square root ng 16 is 4. Copy the sign of the middle term. Plus, then square it. Also with y squared minus 9 plus 81 over 4. Square root. Sign. Square root. Square root of 81 over 4 is 9 over 2. Quantity squared. Then 6 plus 16 is 22 plus 81 over 4. Okay, then simplify this one. 4 times 22 is 88 plus 81 is 169 over 4. Then copy the other side of the equation. X plus 4 quantity squared plus y minus 9 over 2 quantity squared equals 169 over 4. We're now transform the equation in general form from the general form to the standard form. We can identify the center. What's the center of the circle? Okay, so that's negative 4, comma, 9/2. And what about the radius? Okay, the radius is equal to the square root of this, since this is r squared. So square root of 169 over 4 is 13 over 2 units. So we have the center and the radius of the circle. Let's proceed to the second example. We are given 4x squared plus 4y squared minus 20x plus 40y equals negative 5. You notice that the coefficient of x squared and y squared is 4. So we still have to divide everything by 4. Okay. Then we'll have x squared plus y squared minus 5x plus 10y equals negative 5 over 4. So the same thing as we did in the number 1, we are going to group these terms to form perfect square trinomial. So for x variables and for y variables. So we have x squared minus 5x, group natin. Okay. And then plus y squared plus 10y equals negative 5 over 4. Okay, so what are we going to add in here to make this a perfect square trinomial? Okay, so 5 over 2, then quantity squared. What is that equal to? That's 25 over 4. Okay, plus 10 divided by 2 is 5, then squared is 25. So we'll have y squared plus 10y plus 25 equals negative 5 over 4. Again, we have added 25 over 4 here and 25 here, so we also have to add on the right-hand side of the equation. So 25 over 4 plus 25. Okay? Then, factor. So what are the factors of this? We'll have x minus 5 over 2 quantity squared plus y plus 5 quantity squared equals, so this is, simplify first, ito siya, dissimilar fractions, that gives us 20 over 4.
Wait, there's something like dream swap?
Plus 25. Okay, so further we have, let's simplify this one. 4 20 divided by 4 is
Dream swap.
5. So that's 5 plus 25. What did I think? Okay, so it's 30. So equals 30. You'll have x minus 5 halves quantity squared plus y plus 5 quantity squared. So we have the standard form of the equation of a circle given its general form. So the center is 5 halves, negative 5, and the radius is square root of 30 units. Okay?